In 2001, Tim Burton was casted to be the director for the remake of the Planet of the Apes movie. It was going to be real suits and his own reimagining of the iconic franchise from the 60s. And we all know how well that went. And in 2011, we were told there was going to be yet another remake of Planet of the Apes. Rise of the Planet of the Apes, as it was called. Except this time, all of the apes would be CGI. And from that has spawned two additional movies. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and the current movie I saw tonight, War for the Planet of the Apes. I can honestly say this. Very rarely will a remake actually be good. Because how can you improve on an intellectual property that's so beloved? Very rarely will I see a movie actually make a good sequel. And even rarer will you see a movie actually get a good trilogy out of it. Rise, Dawn, and subsequently War for the Planet of the Apes are possibly the best you could ever ask for from a remake. They honor the source material. They give you what you want and explore a new angle we haven't seen. It takes a concept that would seem laughable. The rise and fall of humanity and the rise of the Planet of the Apes. And this movie is phenomenal. My only, and this will be the only thing you will hear from me that's actually negative, is the fact that that title is horrible. Give me some time, I will come up with a better one, but for the time being, War for the Planet of the Apes is not a good name, because this is not a war in the sense of physical violence. And the trailers do a very interesting job of hiding what it truly is. If you were to call it a war, you could call it a war of the psychological battle between Caesar and his want to be good, and Koba, who, yes, we all know is dead from the previous movies, but he still has that lingeringness in the back of his mind of he does not want to cross that line. He does not want to hate. He just wants to be in peace. He wants his apes to be in peace. He doesn't want to control humanity. He just wants to exist. And you see that throughout all three of these movies. You see him gain the spark of rebellion in Rise of the Planet of the Apes. You see him battle the prejudices on both sides in Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. And you finally see it come to fruition where he's trying to find what line will he cross. Is he truly an ape? Is he becoming a man? Is he becoming something more? And if Andy Serkis does not get something out of this from the Oscars, I don't care if it's an honorable mention. Will Smith can go jump into a ditch for all I care about, for him complaining about the whole, concussion movie he did. Which, yeah, you were okay. But you know what? Michael B. Jordan was better in Creed, and I'm sorry, if you're saying anybody's getting snubbed, it was him, not you. Sorry about that, I am. But Andy Serkis, who did all the work as Caesar. Yes, he did not dress up as an ape, but he wore the suit, and they followed him. His mannerisms, his motion. These are the most real-looking CGI creatures I have seen in a long time. To the point where you forget they're CGI. They feel real. There's impact behind every one of their movements. And that's when I see horrible CGI get schlocked out. It hurts me. You know what? I'll even say this. Power Rangers? You know, I love that movie, don't get me wrong. I got the collector's edition. But you know what? The CGI, it could have been a bit better. I'm not gonna lie, it could have. Transformers, you're garbage. I'm sorry, but you managed to make everything look gray and colorless and lifeless. This is how you do it. This is how you make CGI and live action and make it feel real. You make everything feel like it's part of the world. You make every action they do respond to the environment around them. You make sure every actor knows what they're looking at, and it's not just a little green ball that you follow around like it's a Disney sing-along. No, you make them feel it is real, you make them realize it is real, and you put the time and effort into making it look real. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm a little cranky, so be it. But that's what makes this movie so good. Everything you could ask for is in it. The duality between what lines you're willing to cross. And the fact of the matter is, you feel for the apes. And to some degree, though you would hate to admit it, you kind of feel bad for the humans. And they actually tie it into how this world could almost set up perfectly the environment that the other Planet of the Apes movies take place in. Another timeline, if you will. Now, stuff gets lost in translation, of course, possibly, and I highly doubt that it is in the same universe, but one could theoretically find a way to make it make sense, especially given certain time differentials and all that good stuff. But it's so... there's so many ways you can say it's so good, guys. The soundtrack, the animation, the character movements. The fact that it's not preachy, it's not over the top. Little moments just happen, and you don't need to say a word, which is where the apes come greatly into play. They speak very few lines of dialogue. If you don't count the sign language, which, after watching this, you kind of want to learn a little bit just to see if it's, A, accurate, and B, because they make it feel so natural and real, you want to be able to talk with them about that. You want to be able to express with it. And it's so powerful. It truly is. And I said only one, and there's a little gripe, a little bit. They kind of threw in a comic relief character, which, got a few laughs out of me, but they didn't really need him all that much. Use him sparingly, and it's very beneficial. Put him in a scene when he shouldn't be, and it's, kinda noticeable. It'd be like kind of in, Star Wars Episode 4, when Obi-Wan Kenobi gets killed by Darth Vader. Sorry for that spoiler. And, Luke's going, "No!" And then, Han Solo or Layla will just go, "Oh, that sucks." Something like that. Just something that jarring. But this movie, guys, go see it. Go see Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Go see Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Go see War of the Planet of the Apes. Buy them if you want. They're good movies. And you know what? I'll put anything on this. Many years from now, when this is all nothing but a passing fade, and please stop here. Do not make more of these. They're perfect. You have the trilogy. Don't ruin it. It's kind of like what I'm saying with the Kung Fu Panda movies. Yes, that was a great trilogy, but stop it there. You don't need any more. You've told the full story. Don't force it, please. Even Scream knew when to stop. And the only reason they made 4 was to make fun of all the crappy reboots. When Wes Craven's literally telling you, "Hey, this is kind of a stupid idea and I'm going to laugh at it," there you go. I'm going to be gone next week, going to be out of town. And, I cannot think of a better movie to leave on. This is a very strong, very powerful movie, and I highly recommend all of you to go see it. Or, if you're in the mood for something a bit more lighthearted and fancy, apparently AMC is doing a special Studio Ghibli month, well, a couple of months, where 2 days out of the month they will air a Studio Ghibli film. This month will be, yes, Kiki's Delivery Service, because they just did My Neighbor Totoro. So, there's that to look forward to. But yeah, guys, War for the Planet of the Apes. 2 thumbs up. Highest rating I could possibly give this thing if I did ratings. And I'll definitely see it again. So, guys, I'll see you all when I come back. Until then, this is Kevin Riley signing off, saying great job, everybody, on the Planet of the Apes franchise. And, yeah, just leave it on that. Later.